Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's our topics is IELTS Cambridge-19 Test-1 reading passage 2. It's about the pirates of the ancient meridian. The subheading: in the first and second millennia BCE, pirates sailed around the meridian, attacking ships and avoiding pursuers. Question from 14 to 19. Which paragraph contain this following information? That means we have to match the information A to J in the box. Has nota been, we can use one letter more than one. A reference to a denial of involvement in piracy. That means denial of involvement of piracy. Question number 15. Details of how campaign to eradicate piracy was carried out. Details of their eradication. Question number 16. A mention of circumstance in which state in the ancient world would make use of piracy. That means some civilian use piracy as their own benefit. Question number 17. A reference how people today commonly view of piracy. That means today's people what think about their piracy lifestyle and their deed. Question number 18. The explanation of how some people were encouraged not to return to piracy. That means they think piracy is not to did their effect. Their piracy did not do this kind of again. That means they leave their profession. In question number 19, a mention of the need for many sailing vessels to stay relatively close to a land. Sailing vessels stay relatively close to land. We have read the question and mark the keyword and try to understand the words say in question. Now we will go through the passage. Matching information is too much difficult, so we have to read at least 2 or 3 sentences from every paragraph. First two especially, we try to read first 2 sentences or last 2 sentences to find our answer. If we don't find within first 2 sentences or last 2 sentences, after that we'll try to read 1 or 2 sentences from middle side. Let's begin. When on mention pirates, an image springs to most of the people's mind of a crew of misfits, daredevils, adventure in command of a tall sailing ship in the Caribbean Sea. That means today people imagine that there are misfits, devil dare, and adventure in sailing ship, Caribbean Sea. Today people think that, yet from the first to the third millennia BC, thousands of years before this, there is no information spreading across Arabian pirates Palomeridian. Last sentence: only when the pirates directly threatened interest ancient Rome has mentioned some and civilization. Rome Republic organization massive fleet, eliminate piracy under the command of Roman General Pompey. Rome eradicate piracy. That means eradicate piracy, transforming the meridian into the more. Question number 14 said Daniel involvement piracy. Daniel, no anything mentioned in Daniel. Details campaign eradicate. Though in passage we find the eradicate. So in question number 15 we can say a here in eradicate, but there is no details how they eradicate. Just we find the word eradicate here. Mention circumstance that which state in ancient world would make use of pirates. There is no use of pirates. How people today commonly view. Yes, we can think people think that people imagine that. That means their people mind manifesto. Their deed like their misfits and daredevils and adventures. So we can say 17 is A. 17 answer A in first line. First line says. Today's event. When a mention pirates, imagine spring on people's mind. The crew misfits, daredevils, and adventure. This is the thing we can say that refers how people today commonly view, that's mean their minds view this thing. Explain how some people are encouraged to not to return in piracy. We have to erase some word here. um, Not to return piracy, there is no anything here. Mention need of sailing vessel near relatively land, there is no anything land here. We find A is done here. Now I'll go through the passage B. Passage B is too much longer. Passage B says, although piracy in Meridian first recorded the ancient Egypt, that means they were in Egypt during the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep. Reasonable amused that dated. It predated his powerful civilization, partly due to great uh, last sentence. In addition, knowledge of local help pirates avoiding relationships. Some state fleet arrival. In the ancient time, the inhabitant of this area rely heavily on marine resources. Yes, here marine resource, including fish and salt. Most of had own boats, process good seafaring skill, and surprise knowledge of the local coastline and sailing route. This surprising during the hardship. This main turned piracy. Geography itself benefit of piracy. We can say there is a lots of repellent sea land, sea area. Piracy, sea area has the mention need for many sailing and vessels stay relatively close to the land because their life basically need for marine life. So we can say uh, question number 19 is answer B. One should also add that it was not so unknown that the first and second millennia BC for government to restore the pirates' service, their service, especially during the wartime, employing their skill against their opponent. The pirates' fleet served first wave attack, preparing the way navy. Some regions are known the providing safety harbors to pirates. Mm, how in return boast of the local economy. That's mean their service, as they have mentioned, service during their wartime. The time the government they use their service. So we can say the use of something. The mentioned circumstance state that's mean government ancient world would make use of pirates. That's use they use in wartime and their service. So we can say C is the answer of 16. In D passes, let's start. The first known recorded name group of Meridian pirates during the rule of Egyptian pharaoh. Extract the diplomatic correspondence between the pharaoh and their allies. Cover pressing issue including piracy. They pressing issue, that's issue many issue, pressing many issue including piracy. Sim pharaoh trouble. Two distinct parts of group, Lucca and Sardine. King of Alasia modern cipher rejected Akhenaton with Lucca based on modern day Turkey. The king assured Akhenaton was the prepare punished any uh, his subject involved in piracy. As here mentioned, some rejection there. In this passage, they mention the king of Cyprus rejected Akhenaton's claim connection. That's they punished away uh, of his subject involved the piracy. So they rejected, as mentioned here. So Daniel, that's mean that Daniel involved piracy. the Daniel involvement, or they involved for various kind of occurrence. So and they denied by the king. So question number 14, answer D. Paragraph E. The ancient Greek words experienced piracy different from the Egyptian ruler. That's mean the Egyptian ruler, while Egyptian power land-based. That's mean their land-based. Ancient Greek relied on the meridian almost. That's their Egyptian land-based and Greek or meridian-based aspect from life. Their warfare. Iliad. Interestingly, this work is Iliad and Odyssey, ancient Greek, right Homer not only condenses but parodies the lifestyle and action of piracy. That's my piracy's contribution. We don't find anything here. We'll now read last two sentences. Although ambassador made uh, effective travel, captured sailing the Egyptian, taking wealth found on board themselves. Greek liberal approach towards the piracy does not mean that always tolerate it, but attempted to curtail piracy, hampered by large number of piracy operating in the meridian. That's the contribution of meridian. We didn't find anything mentionable. We have two questions to answer. Mm, it's eradicate. There's no eradicate anything. Explain how some people were encouraged not to return piracy, not to return. There's no anything here. Just read first and to last, and now we read uh, middle one to sentence. Shall remain unchanged following the century. The Greek historian the ancient Florida piracy glorified pirates, the attack of the ship, even cities. For Greek, piracy was part of everyday life. Even high-ranking members of the state were not beyond engaging such activities. According to Greek orator demonstrate, Atlantean ambassador made detour from the offered travel, captured ship sailing Egyptian, taking wealth found on board for themselves. There's no information about something. Rising power of ancient Roman required republic deal with piracy meridian, while piracy was serious issue for republic. Yes, piracy was serious issue. Rome prolified generally for the existence. Pirates raid provide steady source of slave, essential for Roman agriculture, mining industry, but this agreement could work only while the pirates left Roman intents alone. Here is the use. We can say the use of this piracy in 1616 is say this was confusion, but if it make confusion of between 16 number question of C or F, but in later say, but agreement could work only the pirates left Roman interest alone. That means they left attack grain ship, uh, essential Roman citizen. They attack. This is go to inverse by the century BC. Emboldened piracy, kidnap. Their most famous hostage was none other Julius Caesar, captured in 17th BC. Oh, they capture their deed and their action is mentioned here. There is nothing mentioned here. Action. Encourage but not return. Encourage mentioned word but not return. By now, Roman as well as aware the pirates and outlived that usefulness. Roman pirates had outlived their usefulness. The time had come to concern action. In 16 BC, a new law gained Pompey, best founder and combat the meridian menace. Taking personal command, Pompey divided interior meridian in 13 districts, assigning fleet commander to each. After clearing or distinct of these pirates, that means they clearing the pirates, fleet would join another next distinct. The process continued until the intermeridian free of pirates. As say free of pirates, uh, although thousands of pirates died the, at the land of Pompey's troops. As, as a long-term solution to the problem, many more offered land, fertile area located far from the sea. Instead of maritime menace, Rome got productive farmer that further boost their economies. Yes, we find here lots of thing here. Uh, Pirates. Mm, the details of their eradication in 15 nang answer G clearly said that A is not answer of G. We can say answer of G 15 is G. Is they eradicate. Here it clearly said they eradicate pirates uh, by some way. They offering land and they don't cannot live in sea instead of marine menace. Thus we can decide it clearly and encourage not to return piracy. In question on 18 is a similarity here which match in this circumstance also. Had also said that they not to return in piracy. And the last two sentence contain lots of information about pirates. Although thousands of pirates died, that means they eradicate Pompey traps a long-term solution problem. Many more offered land, fertile area located far from the sea instead of maritime menace. So 18 answer is Z. Thank you for watching this video.